ठीक है।
Yeah, hi everyone. A very good evening to one and all present here. I welcome you all to this live session on um, Python for data analytics. I think most of you would have already utilized Python for a uh, different purpose, but we will be touching some basics, and also we will also be teaching you how to use Python for data analytics. Python is a very old tool. It's not something new, but it has been a very old tool. And today, people are almost behind Python because of its ease of compilability and many other advantages. And today, nowadays, we also have online compilers for Python, which helps us even to run codes through online rather than having a compiler on your computer. I hope you all will be having the Anaconda compiler because we will be doing a lot of live sessions and hands-on sessions. It would be good if you can practice immediately on your computer so that it helps you a lot to understand what we are actually doing. So I thank you all for participating in this, and I hope that you all will learn a lot. And as we had promised in the brochure, once you complete the session, we will surely try to accommodate you. Yeah, hi. I think there was some network issue and I got disconnected. So as I was mentioning, after the sessions get over, we will try to give you an internship at Sona Cipro. We have a lot of projects in pipeline, and we are literally in short of human resource to work on all these projects. And hopefully that we come out of this pandemic and we are all able to meet one to one and do more rather than sitting offline alone at home. Of course, this is a new environment in which we are all working, but it is a bit better than what we actually used to do. So I thank you all for this participation in the program. I now request Professor Anand to please carry on with the session. Thank you. I'll join occasionally because I'm also held up with some administrative and other academic related activities. I'll join occasionally and see that things are moving on smooth. I now hand over to Professor Anand to start the session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. கேக்குதா? Thank you, sir. சொன்னது இல்லையம்மா உங்களுக்கு வருதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். வருதா? Hello, are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So once again, I welcome you all to this hands-on live hands-on session on Python for data analytics. Hope everyone knows how the data analytics is nowadays is working on it. So we'll be starting at some basics of Python and end up with some application oriented of data analytics, real-time, not only applications, it's real-time applications. So before starting my courses, I want to tell you regarding something about this course. So basically, this is the live hands-on section. So I think almost 50 to 60% of the participants, they don't have laptops. So that's why we made easy for you. So I already gave the instructions to install the reciprocity of the Python in mobile phone. I think hope everyone was having some people having the laptops. For them, I told you how to install Anaconda. I told you you can search some other YouTube websites. Okay, that is easily, or you can install it. That's the major part. So I think I sent the video, that screen record of how to install Python and mobile phone. Hope everyone install. By continuing, today we'll start our session. So shortly, this is about 25 hours courses. So not 25 hours. So it is, I think, you paid around 2,500 per head. So my point of view, don't waste your money. So please understand the current situation. So try to learn lot of things during this course. Okay. So before starting the course, I want to tell you one more thing. Daily assignments will be provided to you. Daily assignment. So average of daily assignments, there will be consolidated mark will be provided in the certificate itself. So daily assignment will be there. So you have to upload in Teams, Microsoft Teams. Okay. So I hope everyone install Microsoft Teams. So you have to upload in Teams. Okay. So after that, if it is not, for example, if you're not able to submit your assignment, I just share the link of your assignment. Okay, you have to submit your Python file. You have to submit in Python file. Okay. So after that, you have a. So before starting my today's session, so this is general agenda. I think I already circulated over here. First will be the history of Python. So from history of Python, we'll be having on a modular as functions and then identifiers and control statement as well as up to end. So we are not worried about the classes. So classes are not a mandatory because classes is a group of functions. One is not mandatory right now. So if it is needed, we will look on that. So after that, we have a working with files that is NumPy, working with NumPy, Skype as well as Pandas. These are the three major components in your data analytics. This three tools is a major part of your data analytics courses. Okay. So after that, we have to move on to the data pre-processing stage. So after pre-processing stage, we have to enter in the machine learning algorithms. So different types of machine learning algorithms. In that, we are mainly concentrated on linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, and support vector machine, and KNN, and other aspect of data analytics. Okay. So then we will give assignment as many projects at any time. Okay. So I think you have to submit your assignment as I mentioned. Okay. So daily basis we will take an average of that one. Then hope everyone knows the internship period will be starting on 1st August up to be 31st August. Okay, so from the end of the 31st August, we have to submit on your progress. Okay, the internship periods you have to combine 2 per team. Okay, you can combine two per team. Okay, if it is not possible, you can combine, you can do alone. Okay, so we will give separate projects for individual students. You have to complete. I hope you during the in between time you have an Python. So you can submit that. I mean, you can submit that project also if you are using data analytics. So after that, only e-learning certificate with the grade as well as internship certificate will be provided. Okay, so these are the general outline of the today course. Okay, so today not a course, the entire course. So by continuing, so we'll see the introductions to Python programming. So what do you mean introductions to Python programming? This is the introduction section. So after that, I will see the install before starting a Python program. I will tell you the installation procedure. I hope everyone install using mobile, that is from Play Store. Have you all installed or not? Is any difficulty you are facing?
No, sir.
Hope everyone installed. It is not
Yes,
installed. If you not, okay, good. If it is not installed, please put on comments. We will help you. Don't worry. So if it is we are using mobile, you have to install two sources. That is Python IDE. That is PyDroid. After PyDroid installation, it will ask Python PyDroid repository plugin. So you have to install that also. So after you have to install Keras as well as Matplotlib. Then if you are installing Keras, that will mean a lot of additional peripherals. NumPy, Skype will be automatically installing over there. That's not issue. So these are the using mobile. If you are using a laptop, you can install Anaconda. In that Anaconda, you have to install all those peripherals. Okay, if you want needed for in laptop, so please ping me. I will help you during after this course ended. Okay, okay. So overview of scripting language. Before starting Python programming, so I want to tell you what is scripting language. So what is a scripting language in the sense? It's a wrapper language. So what is a wrapper language? That is easily it will be integrated with our OS, that is operating systems. Okay, this is not like Visual C++ or C programming or Java like that. Okay, this is easily it is integrated with our operating system. That is a wrapping system. So after that, what is an interpreter? The interpreter is always logical between codes as well as a computer forward. Okay, this is easily interpreter of Python programming as well as your machine. So what is my Python? The Python is a scripting language as well as fast as well as dynamic. This called so because it is a scalable interpreter. Scalable means it can be added numerous adding additional peripherals. Okay, you can add numerous additional peripherals, but it is actually not more than that. Okay, this is how the Python will be looking on that. Okay, you can install any type of additional peripherals in Python. Can be extended up to not end. Okay, this is the Python language. That's why it's a scripting language. It's a wrapper tool. Okay, okay. So before starting our course, I will want to tell you why we are taking particularly this course in the sense. So hope everyone knows what is how data analytics is going on nowadays. Hope everyone knows. I mean, last 1 week before our government is announced, we have to uninstall some 59 Chinese app in our mobile. So in the first one, they mentioned TikTok. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the interlink between the TikTok as well as our data science? He knows. Can anyone interlink between our Python course with our data science course with TikTok? Okay, if not, I will tell you. I will tell you. Don't worry. Okay. So first, for example, I mean, why government is banned TikTok in the sense that's not just a Chinese app. It's not simple. Simply we consider this Chinese app. So especially I mean, the government is announced Chinese app. So why the Chinese app is removed in our mobile in the sense? For example, last year last year there are 12 different countries are using TikTok in our world. There are 12 different countries. In the 12 different countries, around in that one of the country will be our India. Okay, so remaining 11 countries are there. In that 11 countries, the sum of the people of using TikTok is not equal to, is almost equal to our Indian downloaded. Okay, for example, last year our Indian people have downloaded 64 core of TikTok. Is not equal to other than 12 countries are using TikTok. Okay, so why the Chinese is become the trendy of TikTok in the sense that because of TikTok has here the backend will be data science only. Backend will be data science. For example, a person is for example, some person is doing some TikTok program. That machine is can understand that person is doing this kind of activities only. For example, I will tell you one more time. I will tell you one more example. For example, a Facebook is there. In a Facebook, a person is seeing one type of videos. For example, he is seeing um, some emotional videos. In that some emotional videos, just a minute. Azalia is there. Okay. So I told what is our in the trendy of TikTok, there is 64 people are using. So some people has using always watching some emotional videos in Facebook. Okay. So after watching so many, I mean not after watching so many videos, our Facebook is working automatically after the one. For example, a person is seeing one video. After some period, the same kind of video will be coming into the picture. Okay, that is a recommendation. So recommendation system, that is a data science. Okay, that is because of data analytics. So by using the older data, it want to predict our new data. That is our data analytics in Python. This is okay. So that's why the 49 million core of a million core loses in China last week. Okay, because of TikTok. Because of TikTok. Because if they want to be ruled in 2042. Okay, I hope everyone knows that China is already announced 2014 to 42. China is the first country to develop in all aspects, all the areas aspects. Okay, so by this way, they got already for TikTok. So that's why the government is first banned by TikTok. Okay, so it's because of the data science. Okay, they are collecting our data. They are grouping into one picture. After that, automatically by using the recommendations, this people is watching this particular area. Okay, this is how the TikTok is working on that. Okay, so this is an example of TikTok. Okay, now Facebook also doing, but Facebook is not in the China companies. That's why the China's company in China company the TikTok is removed in our Play Store. Okay, this is one example. After that, okay, I will tell you one more example. Hope everyone is using mobile phone. In that mobile phone, they are using the weather prediction. So automatically the weather predictions will be coming into the picture by using the older data only. Okay, this is another example of data science. Okay, we'll see all these examples in the real time. Okay, from top to end. I mean bottom to top. Okay, this is a example. Okay, so the course plan for this week that is today to 9 of this week. The course plan will be the history of Python, as well as Python basics, variables, identifier, and identifications, indentation, conditional statements, as well as control flow statements, as well as functions, then functional programming, and the last one will be modules and packages. Okay, I will tell you what are the packages we will be using in this particular area. Okay, okay. The first will be history of Python. The history of Python will be the first is announced in Jan 1994. Okay, Jan 1994, that is Python 1.0 is came into the picture. But during that point, that time, there are many people are not using Python because during that time C++ as well as Java is not Java. Java is last 10 years only. C or C++ only because they are using. After 1994, 1997 is coming to 1.5, then 2000 coming to 1.6. Then this rapidly is increasing, but now it is reaching of June 2018. The Python 3.7 is announced. Okay, now we are using Python 3.7. I think 3.7.1. Okay, so June 2018, Python 3.7 is why it came into the picture in the sense because of data analytics, as well as machine learning, as well as artificial intelligence. Okay, so these are the three wide areas in our aspect. Because of this, Python is user friendly of developing this kind of applications. Okay, so June 2018 they announced Python 3.7. Now we are using Python 3.7.1. Okay, this is our history of Python over here. After that, we will start programming of Python. Hope everyone install. Okay, so just a minute. We'll code by side. Okay. Okay. So please take your mobile. Please take your mobile. In that, go to, I think, hope everyone install the Python. Go to PyDroid. Go to app of PyDroid. Go to PyDrive. I think the new pages is coming into the picture. That is new. Okay. Okay. So the first topic is variable and data types. Variable and data types. So in that, there are two different types of variable. That is variable assignments, and then operations of variables. That is calculation of variables. So we'll see one by one. Okay. So in the take your mobile, go to terminal. Okay, the left button, left arrow, left three button, left button, you have terminal. Okay, so that just press terminal button, it will come into storage emulator 0. Everyone is getting? Everyone is following me?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So in that store, I think there will be command will be there, that is a interpreter. Okay, type Python PyThon. Okay, so just type Python. மெயில் வந்திருக்கும் சார், மெயில் வந்திருக்கும். இல்ல சார், அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அனுப்பிச்சிருந்தேன் நான் வாட்ஸ்அப். Okay, so hope everyone got that like this. What I'm getting in a tab. இதே மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு வந்திருக்கும். Everyone is getting my point. உங்களுக்கு வந்திருக்காம இதே மாதிரி 5.3.83 came or not? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Students?
Yes, sir.
Please explain. So in that we will do side by side. See here. So this is the variable assignment. So we want to do x is equal to 5. Then I want to print x square. Okay. See here. I'm typing x is equal to 5. That is I already done. Okay. Then I want to print x in the same. Just type x. It will be belongs to x. Okay. Just to do it. After completing, please let me know. Just is a variable assignment. I want to assign x is equal to 5. So I want to print x value. Okay, so x is equal to 5. Then I want to print x value. Then you have to press x alone. So it will come 5. Everyone got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So by continuing, we'll do some calculation of variables. The first, that is calculation, just addition, subtraction, then multiplication, simplification. We'll do one by one. See here, the first point will be sum of two variables. So I want to sum up of two variables, that is x plus 2. Okay, this is the command, already we have it. So type x plus 2 alone. So type x plus 2, you'll get 7. You haven't got answer for 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after that, I want to do subtraction, that is x minus 2. Now x will be x minus 2, you'll get 3, because 5 minus 2 will be 3. Okay. So next will be multiplication, that is x star of 2, you'll get 10. Then exponential, that is power, then x double tap of 2, you'll get 25. That is 5 square will be 25. Then x modulo of 2, you'll get 1, because it will remind your variable. So remainder will be 1. So if you want divide, so x divided by 2, you get 2.5. So whether 2.5 is float or integer? Whether 2.5 is float or integer? Float. So if I want to print the integer value, I have to type int of x divided by 2, then type it. You get integer alone, that is 12. Okay, just to do it, after completing, please let me know. This is the basic calculation with variables. If you are facing any difficulty, please let me know. After completing also, please tell me. We'll proceed. Please do by yourself, then only you can easily understand. If you are getting some error also, please let me know. Just ping me after the class also, no issue. Have you all completed? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
So these are some calculation variables. Next is very important, that is variable types. Okay, there are 4 different variable types, that is string, the integer, then float, as well as boolean. Okay, so this is the different variable types, that is a string. String will be str of string, int will be int, as well as float float, then boolean. Okay, so string in the sense is the variable string, that is 5, 3.5 true is as a string. If it is integer, you have only integer value 5, 3, 1. 1 and that is true indicates. Then float means 5.0, then 1.0. For true, we cannot have maintained as float value. Next, Boolean algebra. Boolean is nothing but true, true, true. That is true means that will be 1. False means 0. Okay, this is the variable types. Okay, we'll see coding. Don't worry. See here, I have a variable. I have a variable that is var of 1 equal to 2. That is, I am assigning the first variable will be 2. Then variable 2 equal to 5.0. Then variable 3 equal to variable 3 equal to 2. Then variable 4 equal to some data science. You can give any values. It's not mandatory for you can give these values. You can give any value. So as I am giving the 4 different variables. That is, variable 1 will be 2, then variable 2 will be 5.0, then variable 3 will be true, then variable 4 will be data science. After that, so if you want to print that particular value, okay. So the command for printing of in Python. So the question is print all those variables using Python. The command will be print. Okay, so print in the sense it have to print your value. That is print. That is value. It's a command of var1. There is a syntax. Okay, you cannot give the value of variable 1. You can give any assigning value. Okay, for example, I want to print variable 1. That variable 1 I am indicating is value of variable 1. You can give any value. That is, for example, I want to change value of x, a or b. You can give any value because it is under double quotes. Double quotes means is here some looking of a point. Okay, you are assigning some point. So it cannot be changing. It cannot give any error. So for example, value of variable 1, comma. So I want to print variable 1. I want to print variable 1. So it will what is telling? See here. So here variable of 1, that is 2, because we are any variable 1 value will be 2 over here. Okay. So we want to give variable 2 will be, variable 1 will be 2. So if you want to print the variable 1, that is print value of variable 1. Print variable 1. So that variable 1 will be 2. Okay. So next, I want to print the next value, that is value of var2. The variable will be variable 2. This will be what? 5.0, because variable 2 value will be 5.0. Same thing, I want to print variable 3. So variable 3. So Okay, I will tell you before I start. Before writing, please see here. If you are using a laptop, just press the up command. Okay, up arrow press பண்ணா the last command will be appear into picture. Okay, so variable 3, so it will print true. Okay, so same thing if you want print variable 4, so it will come data science. Okay, this is I'm printing 4 different values. Okay, so why I'm giving the 4 different variables, different types of variable in the sense. So we have 4 different variables. We have convert also. Okay, so I want to I mean the I want to see the variable 1 is which data type, variable 2 is which data type, variable 3 is which data type, as well as variable 4 is which data type. Okay, so by this, what is the command in the sense? Just type of variable 1. This type indicates your data type. So I hope everyone knows variable 1 is equal to 2. That is just integer. That is int. Okay. That is int. Okay. After that, I want to print variable 2. You will get float. You will get float. Next variable 3, that will be boolean because we have true. True means that is boolean. Next is 4, then that value will be string because data science is a string. Okay, so these are the different types for printing your input. Okay, so there will be 4 different types of variables you can give. One will be the integer, one will be another will be float, another one will be boolean, another one will be string. So there will be only one possibility, 4 different possibilities to enter your variables. Okay, so please finish it off this all this command. After that we will proceed later. Once you complete it, please let me know. If it is not visible, you can zoom it. If it is not visible, you can zoom it, it will be coming into the picture. Just type first you just type in your note. Okay, so what are the commands I'm telling? Just write it by beginning of that particular command. Then you come into the prompt, Python prompt. Then just type it. If you are facing any difficulty, please let me know. Everything is recorded. We will be sharing if it is emergency, if we want. Have you all completed? Or I will be wait. Students, participants, please let me know. Have you all completed or not?
Yes, sir.
We need some time, sir.
Okay, do it. Okay, have you all completed? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
So next is the conditional statement. So hope everyone knows the conditional statement is nothing but that is if, else, else if. Okay, so these are the three different cases will be there. I think we already saw in C programming. If, else, then nested if will have it. But here the conditional statement is if, elif, then else. Okay, elif in the sense that is inside your loop, then else is the last statement of your conditional statement. So
Sir, you're not audible, sir. Your sound is
just
somewhat.
yeah. I think Praveen is talking, so I muted myself. Okay. Now it is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first will be the if else statement. So if else statement is nothing but the condition should be terminated by colon. Okay, the syntax will be the condition should be terminated by colon and the code block following the must to be indent. So what do we indent in the sense? We'll see. I will tell you an example. So indentation is Python is not optional. It's not an optional. Okay, don't forget it's not an optional. Okay, it's not optional. So intent is very important. But in MATLAB or some other software, intent is here not a matter. But here the intent is very important in Python. Okay, the condition statements need not be enclosed with your bracket. Okay, it need not be there. You can, but need not be. It's not mandatory to have to put your bracket over here. Okay, so we'll see one by one. First, we'll see if, then elif, then else if, then no hold on. Okay, the first will be if statement. So if statement is expression. I mean, the syntax will be if, that is expression. Okay, there is a text expression, then statement. You have to give a statements. What are the statements you have to do it? So if text expression, then statement. Then, so my question is, if the number is positive, we print appropriate message. Okay, if number is positive, you want to print your appropriate message. For example, my question is num equal to 3. Okay, my question is, I'm giving num is equal to 3. So I want to find out by whether the number is positive or not. For example, if num is nothing but this will be 3, then if it is greater than 0, okay, definitely the 3 is greater than 0. So definitely that will be printed. So this is the indent. Space is automatically will be indent. So print num, that is a positive number. Okay, then if it is the outside loop, this always printed. This will be always printed. Once the condition is satisfied, only this statement will be executed. Okay, the statement satisfied. The statement once the statement is satisfied, then only this statement will be executed over there. Okay, so rather than any other statement will not be over here. So this is the general command for printing your document. Okay, so now what you're going to do in the same. I think you have in terminal. Okay, so come back to terminal. Just press the arrow mark, left arrow mark. It will come. Okay, so hope everyone knows that new Python file will be coming into the picture. Okay. Okay, so I think everyone got the whiteboard. I mean, like normal one file. I mean, or file open mana eppadi kanna mari iruka. Hope everyone knows. Okay, in that just type. Just a minute. Opening one. Okay, so by this time I'll finish that next statement. That is Python if else statement. So if else statement is nothing but if expression somebody, then else you have to give somebody. Okay, so here also intent is here program check whether the positive or negative. Okay, so positive or negative, you have to display your appropriate message. For example, giving to 3. Now it is 3. So this is the example. This is your homework problem. Okay. This is not a homework problem. This is just additional exercise for you. You can do by now itself. Then if num is greater or equal to 0, but 0 is always positive. So if number is 0 means that is also we have to include. That is a greater or equal to I'm putting over here. That is if num is greater or equal to 0, you have to print positive or 0. Okay, the positive or 0. If not, that is else, you have to print negative number. Okay, so what is the goal? You want to print whether the number is positive or negative. If it is positive, you have to print positive or 0. If it is negative, you have to print negative number. Okay, this is the example of if else statement. Okay. So I think wait a minute. See here. Just to go to your mobile, that is new. Everyone got that news.
Sir, voice break sir.
Okay, just coming to now it is audible. Break
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So just to go to your PyDroid. In that PyDroid, you have to new start. It's coming into the top. It's coming or not? It's coming or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I was writing this first program. The first program is that is whether the number is we want to appropriate message. That is number is positive or not. Okay. For example, num equal to 3. I'm typing num equal to 3. After that, if num equal to 3, you have to type it print number. I mean print the number is, this number is positive. Okay, this is positive. I want to print that number. For example, I want to print the number num because num is variable. Okay, so now is assigning the variable. Just a minute. Just a minute. Windows message. Okay, now it is visible largely. Hello. Hello, students. Are you able to see me?
Yes, sir.
First is saying a number is equal to 3. Then I am using if now is equal to 3. Then I want to print this number is positive. By this time, I want to print the number variable. So this is your command. Okay, this is your command. Value. Next, you have to print the number of this number always positive. Just, right? Okay, so I want to run this program. Okay, there is a mistake over here. Okay, put it double equal. Okay, so if for example number is equal to 3, then if number double equal to 3, number is positive, then print your value. Okay, so I got output. This number is positive. Of the number value will be 3 because we are giving the 3 value. Then the number is always positive. Okay. So I want to, this is equal to. So I want whether the number is positive. You have to give number is greater than 0. Just type it. This is also greater than 0. Okay. So that greater than 0, the value will be positive. So this number is positive or this particular value. Then print number always will be positive. Okay. So just do it. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Just type in in your mobile. So tomorrow onwards, I will do in my phone itself. Then only you can easily understand. Okay. So just type number equal to 3. Then if num is greater than 0, just to type print this number is positive. Okay. Then comma type num. After that, just type print this number always positive. Okay. After finishing, just type the yellow button. That is arrow mark button. Just type it. It will give your output. This number is positive 3. This number is always positive. Okay.
Yes, sir. Pandit, sir.
Got output?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have you all got it? Facing any doubt?
Sir.
What about Jawahar? Are you able to follow me? I think he will be busy with some other work. Tirukumaran?
சார் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Are you able to follow me?
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
You got output?
எஸ் சார்.
You are using mobile or laptop?
லேப்டாப் சார்.
Is anybody using mobile? Is anybody using mobile? Everyone is using laptop.
No, sir. Sound
No,
mobile.
sir.
No,
Who
sir.
is using laptop? So who is using mobile?
Me, sir. Kalyan Sundaram.
Got output right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is the simple program. After that, we have to find out, that is if else statement. If else statement I told you have to find out whether this number is positive or negative. Okay, so I'm changing the same code. For example, giving -3, sum is -3 equal to 0. Then I'm putting else print this number is negative. Okay, this number is negative. I want to print that value that is num. I want to print the value. Okay, so this is else statement. Just type it. Here the number is, my output is negative. Okay, here the output will be negative. Okay, so because here we are giving the negative value, that is num equal to -3. So we all know the number is -3 because it's a negative value. So definitely our output also our negative. Okay, this number is negative. Please try by yourself. How many people are using mobile phone? If you don't have, we will proceed with laptop itself. Everyone having laptop?
No, sir.
Except Kalyana Sundaram, any other people? Any other participants? I think hope everyone having the laptop, I think so. Once you finish it, please let me know. Shall I proceed with next topic? Okay, got output? Shall I proceed with next one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next is the Python if else if statement, that is three condition. There are here the expression will be, I mean here the syntax is here, that is if test expression, then body of if, else if, then body of if, then else, then body of if. It seems you have more than two statements. If having two statements, you have to use else. So let's say if as else. If it is more than two statements, you have to follow else statement. Okay, both else, that is nested if statement. If test if, then else if, then else. Okay, don't forget here not else if, because in C program we have else if, but here else. Okay, so else of expression, then else if. So here the example, in this program, we check this number is positive or negative or zero. The first problem we have only seen whether the number is positive or positive. Second case we saw whether the number is positive as well as positive or negative. Here we have three different cases. The first case, positive, negative or zero. You want to print all those messages. See here, my value will be 3.4. This is our example. If number is greater than 0, the number is positive. Okay. If number double equal to 0, then you have to print 0. Okay. Next L, you have to print negative statement because it is less than 0. Okay. So see here. So here I'm giving 3.4. If it is greater than 0, the number is positive number. Then L if num equal to, okay, num less than 0 means negative. Then else print this is 0. That is num over here. Okay. So see here the first statement will be num is greater than 0 is positive. If it is num is less than 0, the number is negative. Else the print will be 0. Okay, it seems else, last statement will be if equal to 0. So I am running this program. So what is the output? The number is positive number because we have 3.4. Is a positive. For example, I am giving -2. So that will be definitely it will be negative numbers. Next is 0. Definitely the number is 0. Okay, so this number is 0. Okay, so please do it. If you complete it, please let me know. Okay, so we saw 3 different cases of condition statement, that is if statement, else statement, then else statement. Okay, so please do it. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Everyone following me, right?
Yes, sir.
We almost have 10 minutes left. நாளைக்கு Thanks, sir. Pages நினைக்கிறேன். Okay, so everyone got this 3 output. Okay. The next is the nested if. So nested if is nothing but instead of in this program we input or negative or 0 and display appropriate method. This time we use what even nested if statement in the same. See here, I am getting so here there is a command for getting the input from user, that is input. Okay, so for printing your output will be print. So here the getting the input from user, that is input. This is the command for your cases. Okay, so num equal to float. I am giving the float also. So float of equal to 0. Instead, if it is equal to 0, they print number 0. Else, you have to print your number is positive. Then else, you have to print your negative number. So in the last problem, we used if, else, then else. Here, we have to use nested statement. The statement is what? If it is greater or equal to 0, have statement. Then else, then you have to print your number. Okay, so please see here. Number equal to float input of enter a number, then if num is greater or equal to 0, is how to include num equal to 0 because 0 is also positive value. So I want to declare, you have to print the 0. You have to print 0 of particular value. You have to print the number, then else the print the number is The number is positive. The number is positive. Okay. Then else print the number is negative. Print the number. Okay, this is the case. So I'm running this program. So enter the number. For example, giving the entire number will be -2. This will be negative. Okay. What is a floating value? Again, I'm giving 0. Zero. Here is the case over here. Okay, so please do it. Once you complete it, please let me know. If you have any doubt, please tell me. Okay, have you all completed? Hello? Have you all completed?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Sir.
So this is the today class by ended. So I think hope everyone understood the basis of simple programming as well as how to assign a variable, then how to operation of variables as well as some condition statement. So by by this way, I'm giving you some assignment for you to today class. Please know the assignment. Find a number of days present in a month, and we know that during a leap year, the number of days will change. Hope everyone knows. We will see this in a programmatic way using if, else, and else statement. So don't copy it in your net. Just do by yourself. The statement are the first you have to take the year. So if it is year is leap year, then you have to proceed your program. First you have to get a leap year, not leap year. You have to get a year. You have to find out whether it is leap year or not. Okay. So don't leap year. If it is leap year, you have to split by again 2 because all the odd months will be 31 days. All the even months will be 20 days. Okay, there also there's some fluctuation will be there because 231 days will be continuously will come over here. Also, then you have to come into the not statement here. Okay, this is scenario. So you have to find out how to find your asset by programming. Okay, so after writing Python programming in the mobile or laptop, there will be in mobile. If you are using, you have to save into file. You have to press the folder button. There you have a save button. Just save your program. Put your name as a file. Put name as a file. Then underscore. Please note on the format of your submit. Put your name underscore today date. Okay. So underscore today date. Okay. Name underscore put your today date. Then .p file you have to submit it. .p file you have to submit in Microsoft Teams. Okay. This is a scenario. Okay. So the assignment will be coming into automatically in Teams. Okay. The questions are posted. Please take a screenshot. Okay. So by today the classes will be ended here. So tomorrow we'll see. The last date of submitting assignment will be tomorrow before 5 p.m. How to submit your assignment 8 p.m. Daily have assignment. How to submit your assignment before 5 p.m. on tomorrow. Okay. So don't forget. If you're facing any difficulty, please let me know. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay. Thank you. So we'll be meeting tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.